You know, I'm trying to think of another good pun when talking about Homestead Boys Golf, but I'd say it's pretty forgettable. All right, on that note, we have got Mickey Mazock, the head coach of Homestead Boys Golf, joined alongside us. And coach, an outstanding season again so far. You're coming off a win at the Hall of Fame Invitational last weekend. What's been so special about this group, in particular the depth you have seen this season?
These guys individually have just a drive to get better every day. And it's a privilege to be a part of a group that's so driven to be successful. These kids have been playing golf for pretty much their whole lives. They love the game, and how inclusive they are toward each other is probably the thing I'm most proud of them about. I mean, every single one of these guys out here, they treat each other with respect. They're not split up into like who's a varsity player, who's a JV. They see themselves as a whole team. They help each other out, and I'm just very, very proud to be a part of that.
Looking back on last weekend, it's one of the premier tournaments you'll see across the state. Caden Baker won individual medal honors again. What was most rewarding about seeing these guys execute at a high level in one of the state's premier events?
Most rewarding is we like the result, of course, coming out of there with a win. We won it last year too. Just knowing that the work that these kids have put in is starting to see the dividends of that, and it's starting to all pay off for them. And I'm happy for them to be able to see that they're getting some success and some recognition, and it's going to continue. This is a really strong team.
You talk about how these guys have basically been golfing their entire lives, and you see the results out on the course. When you have guys like Landon, like Caden, like Ryan Parker, one of the only seniors on this team, when you see these guys and the experience that they have, especially compared to last year, how have you seen them take the next step in their development this season?
A few different ways. One, just overall just experience in playing in big events, both in high school, and then some of them have been playing in USGA qualifiers and trying to get amateur tournaments put in. Some of the things that they're doing, these guys can hit the ball well over 300 yards, but when they put the driver in the bag and they put a long iron out in play to focus on their wedge game, because that's their strength, it just shows they're not overpowering the course. They're adjusting. They're using course management, and specifically with someone like Caden, that's what he did to win the tournament. Was he hardly ever hit driver. He hit 3-iron off of most of the tees and then relied on his wedge game, and it showed. He walked out with the win.
Well, I'll tell you what, you have a chance to go head-to-head against some of the other best teams in the state this weekend. You're going back to Prairie View and Carmel, where the state finals are held every year for the state preview. What are you most excited about, just getting a chance to compete against some of the state's best and see where you stack up as we hit the halfway point of the season?
I'm excited to get back into that environment. That environment feels different when you're there at that event, and just to feel the pressure again for the kids to be successful. They want it. They want to feel that. And at every event that we play in, we try to find a very tough schedule. It's really just whoever's there, just bring them. That's what we want.